Hi, friends. It's Lisa Schmidt with the Stamper Studio. Welcome to Wonder Wednesday. I'm excited tonight to show you a technique called Emboss Resist. So you won't be able to resist it. Ba-dum-bum. Um,
Everyone talks about dad jokes. I think they need to do mom jokes.
it's not a mom joke. That's just a bad joke. Anyway, Wonder Wednesday is a time when I show techniques or how to do products, how to use products. Sometimes people will send me something. How do you do this fold or this? And so that's what Wonder Wednesday. Something you're wondering about. Feel free to email me or put it in the chat, and I will happily cover how to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm excited because I'm using, of course, Waves of Inspiration, which are just gorgeous. If you haven't seen these, I used them in the video on Monday, but the Waves of Inspiration stamp set is just so pretty. This wave, that's the name, is so gorgeous. Waves of Inspiration. And then here are the dies, and they are equally beautiful. So I'm just going to show you real quick. On Monday, I did make this card right here, my stepped up version of this card. And then I made a very simple one using, which I already sent to somebody, but using just, like this, just the wave and some words. These were all different water or techniques we
Words.
tried. Word. So anyway, but tonight I want to do embossing. So I'm going to use the wave die. And I'm going to emboss it just the wave stamp. Yeah, sorry, the wave stamp. Just the stamp. And I'm going to emboss it just on a plain piece of white. Now, when we emboss, I use, hey Nancy, I use Versamark. And you can see it gets, it gets a little dirty. That's the way it is. But it doesn't change what I'm doing or change how it works. So are you saying I'm so pretty or the card's so pretty, Nancy? I wasn't sure which. Hey, Jenny, embossing is not difficult. So everybody, sometimes people get intimidated by it, but it's really quite simple. So I'm just pushing hard on that, my embossing, and then I am going to, Stampin' Up! Used to have this really cool tray. So sorry, it's not available anymore, but you could use a pie tin or a plate. And I am just using white Stampin' Up! Embossing powder. You could use white or you could use clear, either one. You can see I dump a whole bunch on because I really do want to cover it. And then I tap it off, okay? Tap, tap, tap. Then I use my heat tool, which I will show you on another one. I'm actually going to heat it. On this one, I did heat it already. So when I heat it, I don't know if you can kind of see it. It melts I don't want, what is it? It melts the powder. Thank you. So I will show you that with the next card, how to actually emboss it and what you're looking for. On this one though, let's go ahead and add some color to it. So I thought, how pretty would it be if it started with a lighter blue, like balmy blue. And I am using our blending brushes. These are clean, but when I wash them, some of this just sticks. It just looks like it has the color on it. Now, funny thing, I said to Dave, where are those blending brushes in the catalog? He's like, oh, I checked 129. Seriously? That's where they are, page 129, which, that just is crazy. He just knows where it is. So I'm going to use a piece of paper here so that I can start off my paper, because when we're using blending brushes, we always want to start off. So there we go. So I'm going to use the balmy blue and start off here. And again, this card is only in my mind, so could be a risky thing, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so just want to kind of get that blue there. And then I'm going to switch to a little bit, I'm going to switch to a darker blue, which is the Pacific Point. And I'm going to keep moving darker and darker. Can you scroll down? Hi, Diane. I'm going to use the same, I guess I'll use a different one. This one also is clean. They're in that spin thing, but that's okay. All right, again, I'm going to start off the paper, and ooh, that one got a little craziness. Wind. It's wind. There's a lot on there. I think this is one I have just recently inked, but that's okay. A little bit of wind here going on, which is okay. It's wavy. It's motion. I think it looks cool. the last color I'm going to do on the very top is the Night of Navy. And then I will need a tissue, my friend. Poor Dave. He's always jumping up to get stuff. Okay, this is the Night of Navy. So this one, I'm going to flip it over so I have something to hold on to. This is the darkest. One thing I had been thinking is if we want, we could put a moon there too. So let's go ahead and we'll just do this one kind of dark. And go off here. All right. And then the way we get that embossing to really show up is to take a tissue and wipe off where the embossing is. Because the ink is not sitting on top, but it's certainly not soaking in any way. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Pacific Point. I like the dark, but I want to throw on a little bit more, excuse me, of this one. And just make that a little bit, blend it, I think, from one color to the next color a little bit more. There we go. Oh, and then I have to, of course, wipe it off again. So let's push that over, just wipe that off. There we go. So it's kind of a cool way. Let's go ahead and finish this card. I'm going to cover up some of my inks. We'll decide what we want to use. Okay. I think it's kind of a cool technique. I love to emboss, but my white isn't white. Yeah, that did happen to me one time. I was like, it's kind of not so white anymore. It got very muddled with other colors. All right, we are ready to put
But
it.
if you emboss it on a different color besides white, you wouldn't notice it was as
True.
much non-white.
Very true. So I brought a couple different colors over here because we have to decide what do we want to mat it on, number one, and then what do we want to put it on. So we could mat it there. I was wondering about black. Maybe too dark. Night of Navy.
Pacific Point on
Pacific Point
on the dark one.
On the Night of Navy?
Yep.
Okay. Pacific Point on Night of... See, this is so great. Like, I don't even have to think about it. Sure, we'll do that. All right, let's go ahead and stick that on. And we'll put some words on there, of course. We're not done yet. But I just wanted to show you how cool it is. I'm going to make the Pacific Point a little bit smaller. So I'm going to one side. If you can see that. This side is a little bit wider. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim it. I kind of really want it just a bit of that sticking out. One more slice. There we go. All right, and let's go ahead and put it on here. So Dave and I, one time, we embossed Christmas cards, and once you get the powder on, you can let it sit there for a while. So we got powder on a whole bunch of them, and then we put them on a cookie sheet. Remember that?
Yep, and we stuck them in the oven.
No, we did not stick them in the oven.
We tried sticking them in the oven. It didn't work so
well.
well.
We didn't stop. We didn't stick them in the oven. We just put it on, goofball. We just put it on, use the heat tool. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp some words on here. I'm going to use that nice dark Night of Navy. And I didn't stick it on there yet because I didn't know if we wanted to add other things. I am going to stamp it right there. Oh, it's just really pretty. Let's add some birds because we can. Bird. Because we can and because they're just pretty. Yeah, they just look nice. Oh, dear. I think I need to trim my birds because I did. Oh, all right. I'm going to do it right now because you know that's going to keep happening. So I am going to cut. If you're wondering what I'm frustrated about, this little piece right here, see that little? That is because this is a little bit too big, the rubber. Now you want to be careful. Don't cut it too small, and certainly don't, if you undercut it, you will not be able to use the stamp. So you don't want to do that, but you certainly can give it a little haircut there. I'm going to cover up that. Okay, let's get some birds going up here.
The other thing you could do with that little stamp is if you put on the end of the skinny one so that you're just using it like a dauber.
Okay, whatever you say, Dave. I did want to do one more thing. Let me just think. We could put some gems on. I was thinking, I can't remember what I was thinking. I don't know. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know. But let's go ahead and put that on here. We could certainly put a couple of gems on if we want to, or we could just leave it. I'm trying to get back a little bit to stamping.
Diane said you could add an otter
I
too.
could add an otter surfing on the top at night. Oh, I remember what I was thinking.
An
Go
otter
ahead.
makes everything more fun.
I was thinking if we wanted to, we could stamp a moon right here. Dave says no.
Birds don't fly at night.
Okay, so since we put the birds there, we won't. Okay, fine. All right. Okay, so there is our embossing resist. And if you feel like it's not quite white enough, you just go back and wipe it off because it's just the ink sitting on it. What do you think? Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
We have the whole gang here tonight. Sandy, Diane, Paula, Barb.
I have not
Nancy.
Voice. Yeah. Okay. So that is obviously Kathy. Using the wave, and I did do another wave, but I think I'll let Dad. I think I'll let Dave do his commercial, and I am going to go ahead and put a little moon there. Go ahead, Dave.
Sure. You know, the whole Waves of the Ocean set is so much fun. We did make that our special of the week, and so this week you can order Waves of the Ocean, the whole collection. So it has the stamps, the dies, the designer series paper, the blue foil paper, the rhinestone wave jewels, and we will send you recipes to make 2 cards. So designs, measurements, instructions, the whole 9 yards. Some of you have already started ordering that. I will go ahead and put the link to that in our chat.
And they are while supplies last.
Yes,
so it's coming out next year. But
while supplies last.
Gosh, yeah, you never know. Last. While supplies last. So, all right, I just added that little moon. Oops, I just added that little moon there, and I'm using this stamp set, Watercolor Shapes, which is so great for these little background things. I feel like you could stamp this in a light color, and easily stamp something on top of it. So I did previously emboss this, but I will go ahead and emboss my moon. I'm looking for shiny. Okay, so I know it's loud, but I'm looking for it to get a little bit shiny.
Hey, Trudy.
Hi, Trudy. Oh, funny. Friends know each other. I also noticed down here it's a little grainy, which means it wasn't done. So I went back and just finished that. There we go. I see one more grainy spot. All right. Let's see. Looks good to me. All right, so there's our moon. And I was thinking I wanted to do kind of a ring around the moon. You know how the moon has a little bit lighter color around it sometimes? I don't know. Let's try. Kind of makes me a little nervous, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to leave it white. I'm going to get it all a little bit off here. Just go around the moon. And then I'm going to make the other part much, much darker using the Night of Navy. And we'll see how it looks. All right, I'm going to start off and go on. I don't know why this particular one is causing me some issues here with usually you don't see the line, but let's go ahead and make this one really dark since we did the other one in colors all over. I'm going to go darker here, start off on my wave. I just think, I don't know, nighttime in the water makes me really nervous. I don't know about anybody else, but it makes me nervous. The ocean. I'm going to flip this so I can get a little bit of...
Jenny said she lost her sound. Does anyone say you can hear me if you hear me talking?
Can you hear me now? I don't know sign language, so it's not going to help. Can you hear us, friends? Let's go ahead and wipe this off. There we go.
Oh, she's back.
All right. Good. Awesome.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, and I want to wipe my moon off too. I mean, look how cool that is.
Very cool moon.
Yeah. I'm not going to go ahead and finish that card. I'll finish it and put it in the post, or in the chat, but I just want to show you. Isn't that cool?
Very funny, Trudy.
What'd she say?
She can't hear us. But if you can't hear us, then you wouldn't know to type that in.
Okay. Anyway, I just think that's really fun. So try it with different colors. So I'm going to switch over now and do a floral because we can. And I want to show you something a little bit brighter. I am going to use the Honeybee Home stamp set. And I'm going to stamp the back with some different flowers. And then this flower is going to be the one kind of in the front. So I have 2 sizes here. Let's see. I'm going to mat it on that one. So let's get rid of our blue. I do not want to use those because I am going to use Magenta Madness. I mean, I can't stamp without using my favorite colors, right? And we'll try some daffodil and a little bit of pumpkin pie. So we're going to make some nice bright colors here. Push those off. All right, let's go ahead and stamp with Versamark though first. And I'm making a lot of noise, sorry. Let's go ahead and stamp. I'm going to stamp this one a couple times. That's this flower right here. And then we'll go ahead and stamp the others a couple times. We're just going to like make a background. So you can't really see. So you just kind of have to trust that you're going in the right spots or not. Doesn't really matter. There's going to overlap. It's just a background. And I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to go off down here on the bottom at an angle. And I'm going to do one more of these little flowers right here because I think they're pretty. Peel that off, put the flowers on one more time. All right, I kind of could see if I would like pick it up a little bit. So we'll see. I don't know. I think it's fun. It's just a background. And let's go ahead and put the powder on, and then we can really see where it is. And then if we need to add more, we sure can. Okay. What's up?
Little splash powder.
It's all good. All right. Yeah,
Nice.
I think I want one more up there, though. Just one more little one. Kind of something like here.
That's all.
I think that's good. Yep. That's all. And so let's run that in one more time. So what I was saying before is you could, at this point, you could set it on a cookie sheet or on a counter or something. You could set it down and then come back to it. Now, sometimes when you emboss, like right here, I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of powder, so I'm going to push that off. I don't want it on there because I don't want it to get hard. All right, let's go ahead and
Can you just brush the work surface first? I don't want it to get embossed. I can see it from here.
All right, let's go ahead and you can always hold this with a clothespin also because it does get hot. But here we go. Looking for when the grainy part, oh, that's a good, there we go. The grainy part goes away. And when you emboss a whole bunch, it actually embosses faster because it stays hot. So looking for the grain, you can see it changing. If you emboss it too much, it will turn brown. It will burn. But I don't think it's going to. Looking for grainy pieces that I don't want. I want it to be shiny.
Smooth and shiny.
And I'm going to have to switch sides here because it's getting close to my fingers. There we go. You see that? You see that shine? Right, chat amongst yourselves. One more. All right, I'm pretty sure I got everything. Good to go. Okay, so you just ink it or you just dry it, heat emboss it until it's shiny and it's a little bit hard. Okay, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to use 3 different colors. Like I said, I'm going to use yellow. Ooh, look at that. There's a brand new one. I'm not going to use that one. I don't want to use the new one. All right, I'm going to do yellow, and I'm going to, again, bring my paper back in so that I can start off the paper. You can also use our daubers for this. That's another thing you can do. I'm going to start kind of over here. We'll just do some yellow, daffodil, very pretty.
Well, Lisa's doing this. In case you don't know, tonight is the grand finale of The Amazing Race. And we really hope our friends Kim and Penn Holderness win. Okay,
I'm dying. Our friends, as if they even know who we are. They don't know who we are, love. I know we feel like they're our friends, but they don't know us.
If you've ever watched the Holderness family videos on YouTube or Facebook, they're hysterical.
Yes, Holderness family. They are like our friends, but they are not our friends because they don't know us. But that's okay. I appreciate that that's okay, Dave.
We still root for them.
All right, so just adding some different colors there. I think that looks good. And I'll grab a tissue. I'm going to take a new tissue because that one had blue on it. And we're going to wipe off all our embossing. Look at how it just pops out. I love that. You see that? Just pops right out. Probably a paper towel would also work well. There we go. Wash, wash, wash. Wax on, wax off. Okay, so there's our background.
Diane said she likes when it turns shiny. It's like magic.
It is like magic. I love it too.
The metamorphosis of the embossing powder.
All right, so that is going to go. We're going to use our yellow daffodil background. And I'm going to use just a smidge of white just to set that apart. And then we're going to put something on top of that. So I think I'm good to stick it on. Have to kind of look around. I'm going to close these because you know what happens. Then you end up setting things in it. That is not good. So I heard something today. I was excited about that. Maybe masks might get lifted from having at school. I'm like, oh my goodness, are we really coming to the end of this? I don't know. We'll see. Dave's like, I don't know. All right.
Maybe the end of this phase.
Maybe the end of this phase. Yeah, true. Not the very end. Yeah, you're right. All right. Daffodil Delight. It is delightful. I'm just going to get that flat. Okay. On top of this, I want to put this flower. And remember, because this is a cling set, I can actually color my flower. So I'm going to put that flower back on. I'm going to clean it quickly here so I don't have Versamark on it. And I'm going to use right here Old Olive, because then I can get, I want the other side. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to grab a different one. Another olive. That's what I was looking for. Okay, sometimes when they get dry, I snip them so that I still use them. But all right, so there's our, and Dave chose the daffodil. That's crushed curry. And that's daffodil. We'll use this one. Daffodil for our flowers. We could have done either the polished pink or the daffodils, but we're going to go daffodil.
That's just what I grabbed.
It's fine. Hopefully they will be bright enough. I think they will be. And we're just going to stamp those on a little scrap of paper because we're going to die cut them out. Huff. To put moisture on the stamp. Ooh, that yellow doesn't show up.
All right, I'll go get you something else.
Thank you. He's going to go grab pink for me. Or you know what? I'm going to try this while you're going. All right. Let's see. Do you think I can do it? I don't know. I'm going to try. You know, got to try, right? I'm going to do pink on the end and pink. What do you think? Can I do it before he gets back? That's sort of my goal. See if I can finish it before he gets back. He's coming. He's coming. Okay. Let's get the green one more time. We'll see. There we go. All right. Let's flip that over. Huff again and stamp. Oh, much better. I got it before I came back. All right. I got it, hun. And I'm going to use my Stamp Mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss. Did you want to tell me anything about this, Dave? Oh, thank you.
Sure. Right now, you probably saw it when we posted, but right now there is a special on, sorry, let me get my microphone back. There's a special 20% off the Mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss available to you. Also, 20% off many of the coordinating bundles that go along with it. So right now you can go to thestamperstudio.com, click order products, and you will be linked right in there, and you can see all the things that are included in the special. While Lisa's doing that, I will maybe one. There we go.
I just love dies. They're so great. Okay.
So now I'm just scrolling through, showing you some of the many things that are available.
So many fun
Celebrate
things.
Sunflowers. Awesome.
Oh, I love that one.
So all those fun things all on sale.
I love sales. All right. I'm going to stamp up in this little space. No, I'm actually going
Diane says you can't color on clear. That is true.
You cannot
The-
color on the photopolymer.
The
That is
ink
absolutely
will
true.
not
Thank you.
work with the photopolymer,
Use ribbon.
but any of the rubber stamps, it does.
Yes, it does. All right. I am going to stamp.
And also stamp and blends don't work.
Oh, this is what I was looking for. This is kind of what I wanted to use because this is actually from the Waves of the Ocean. It's this little one right here that just fell off. But it's just, I think it's pretty, and then we can thread the ribbon through it. So I thought that'd be fun to do. So now we just need to find a little sentiment that fits on there. So we could do, oops, sorry. You're the nicest, maybe. I think we could do that. Or such happy news. What do you think?
You're the nicest.
You're the nice. Thanks, honey. I think you're pretty nice too. There it is. All right. Do we think that's going to fit? Whatever. We're going to do it. We're going to make it work, right? We're just going to make it work. I'm going to turn that way. And I'm going to stamp it in the polished pink or magenta madness, magenta madness, because I want to have that bright, bright color. Now it's a little trickier without when I can't see through it, but I'm just, oh, it's too long. That's all right. I'll stamp it on this instead because I do like that phrase. You're the nicest.
Diane says, what's the difference between the markers and the ink pads? Because obviously we can use the ink pads on the photopolymer. Why do the markers not work with it?
Why do they not? Because
the ink is a different consistency to work in a marker, so it flows out, is my guess on that.
All right. Where's my card? Here it is. All right, there's my card. I'm going to grab some ribbon. This is what happens when I make two totally different cards. I know it's right in front of me here. Oh, here it is. Literally right in front of me. All right, so I thought it'd be fun to put the ribbon across and we can thread it through here. I did switch to the Such Happy News because I did really want it to fit on here. I just thought that'd be kind of fun. So let's go ahead and thread, and come out the side. I'll fold it. So this is actually polished pink ribbon. Because it's ribbon, it kind of works with the magenta. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to put our little flower right here. Okay?
Very pretty.
So thank you. Let's pull this and get some scissors and trim. And I will just stick this straight down. Don't pass out. And I'm just going to stick it straight down, so then I'll pop up the other one. I get a little more space over here. All right, let's go there. And you got it. I should have stuck this on, but I think I might even leave it like that. Yeah? What?
Nothing.
I should have stuck it on. That's okay. I'm just leave it like that. And I'm going to put this right here. So let's pop this one up. That will be cute. Okay, friends, he's laughing at me. What are you laughing at?
I was just worried you weren't going to use any dimensionals tonight.
Oh, have no fear. Dimensionals are here. All right. And just a note, when you take your pick away, make sure that you put it this side down, because tonight it was sitting like this. I reached over to grab something. I'm like, ow.
Stabbed yourself with the take
Stabbed
your pick.
myself. That's right. All right. Let's go ahead and put these on. That's probably good. Oh, I need something on the lower part. We'll do one more on that lower flower. There we go. So was the question, why doesn't the ink work on the
Why
clear?
can't you color on the clear?
Yeah, I've tried it. It actually does not work at all. What is that? All right, there we go. Oh, it's a whole thing. I was like, what's that shadow? So there we go. I think I'm going to trim this one so it's the same as the other one. It looks sort of random, a little bit long like that. There we go.
Pretty.
Yeah. So just that embossed background. Here's the other one we made, just to show you that, embossing there's lots of things you can do with it. This is just one of them, but it's cool, I think. It's just cool using white paper. So there you have it. Here's our moon, which I'll finish. I kind of like that one. Got to put some words on it. All right, friends. Did you have another announcement? Because I'm going to stick a bumblebee on here if you had something else you were going to say.
Those were all of my announcements
He's done.
I prepped for tonight.
Okay, I all of a sudden I was like, wait, I'm going to stick a bee. And you know where I'm going to stick it? Right where the flower did not stamp, right there. Now it's all covered. Look at that. When you make a mistake, it's just a spot for more embellishments. That's all. It's just to put more things on. All right, friends, I hope you have a great rest of your week because once we get to Wednesday, I'm like, whoo, downhill slide. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And don't forget the special to get the Waves of the Ocean. It is gorgeous.
I put the link in the chat.
And when you stamp with it, I don't know, there's something magical that happens. And if you're a stamper, you know that. Like when you stamp something, it's like, oh, I literally stamped like one little thing. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you on Saturday. And I'm going to do a couple of man cards, not man caves, just a man card. All right, friends, happy stamping. If you make something, put it in the chat so we can all see it. And other than that, have a great rest of your week. Happy stamping.